Hi, Jerry here at Acorn Acres. Today we're going to be inspecting those beehives that we installed last week. We're just inspecting, or we're just going to look at them. We're not going to open them up or inspect them today. I just want to see how the hives are thriving this morning. So let's go. Good morning. I'm your host Jerry Hansen here at Acorn Acres. We're going out to the apiary that we installed last week here at the Acorn Acres. And it looks like the beehives are still intact. Nobody's bothered them, thank goodness. There they are. I just got approached by a honeybee already inspecting me to see what I'm doing. So we're going to approach these bees from the side and the back, because if you approach them from the front, they get a little bit testy. I'm also wearing light colors. You want to wear light colors when you're working around honeybees. If you wear dark colors, they'll mistake you for a bear. A bear I am not. Teddy bear maybe, my wife says, but not a bear. So, I see activity. It looks good so far. There's the red hive. That is the smallest of the colonies. Hopefully we get to give them a fighting chance to thrive. There's the next hive. That's one of the stronger ones. It's a big hive, so there's a lot of activity as to be expected. And a third one. And then the other one is a kind of a weaker hive, but it's a little bit stronger than the first one. There they go. I forgot to cover the telescoping covers in the original video that Ken Muhlstein had built. The plywood is really thick, giving it some weight so wind wouldn't blow it off, and puts weight on the whole thing so they wouldn't blow over. I think Ken still should strap these down, or I should strap them down, just in the event a bear does come down. We still got to get some kind of a bear fencing put up around this little area. I think, like I said in the first video, we can go up to, upwards of maybe 30 hives we can fit in this little area, maybe 50. But the ranch will accommodate more hives than that, but when we want to break up the bee yards in 3 different locations. So I think total probably we can upgrade to maybe 100 hives over here as we get into more heavier beekeeping, and then leasing the beehives out for the agricultural community for pollination. If something happens with the other beekeepers down in the valley, their bees are really close to a lot of commercial agriculture where they're using pesticides, and they're really struggling with bee collapse. Now my buddy up here on the mountainside, he lives right up in there. He's got some pretty good bee colonies there. I think he's got about 4 hives up there too. And he hasn't had any problems with colony collapse and stuff. So hopefully we're doing the right thing about getting the bees in an area outside of commercial agriculture where they're prone to use pesticides, and give the bees a fighting chance to thrive. That way, in case something happens, At least these bees are available that we can do some splits, grab some queens, make some queens, and sell them around to try to keep the bee population up. So, save the bees, save the world. That is my motto. That should be everybody's motto. Because we don't eat unless these girls are busy working. Let me pan this little meadow just to give you guys an idea on where these bees are situated. There's the colony. They're up against those bushes. That is west. That is south. And of course this is east. There's that apple tree right there. And this is the little meadow where they're at. Just a little tiny meadow, but then it goes over into the neighbor's property. There's the fence line right there, and that is a bigger meadow. And of course we got the thickets again, and there's a stream that flows down through there. Plus, we have the pond that's just right on the other side of those trees back there. I forgot to mention to Ken that there's this little pool back here, that there's a water source for the bees. See, there's the beehives, and there's a good water source for the bees in this little pool. Now this does not stay warm year-round. This is one of those springs that are on the property. I've seen this dry on a couple occasions, but for the most part it stays full. Look how clear that water is. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the water grasses right in the bottom of that pool. Very nice. Here's some dandelion. There's some rose hips. Here's another pool. You know, I've lived on this property 20 some odd years before, and I never even knew this one existed. Wowzers. And there's the beehives. Another little spring. There's a nice little cedar tree growing up in the middle of this meadow. There's nice blackberry bushes right here.